The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Yeah. NY born, NY built.
What is up, yo?
Vanilla
Happy
Gorilla,
Sunday,
Big Dog,
another Sunday
Untouchables.
with
Let's
your
go.
favorite
Step in the
hostess
ring like kings
with
of the block.
mostest.
Gorilla grip, big dog, never stop. Iron in the veins, no gimmicks, no props. This is hard work, black top and body slops. Ain't no flash, just fists and fake. We run through ropes like we run through
It
gates.
can't be. This is crazy. And if nobody at home knows who this guy is, this is the big dog. And he did get a tip from the Brooklyn Prodigies earlier on that they had travel issues, but not due to them being scared or anything like that. But oh my gosh, the Vanilla Gorilla and the Big Dog and the Untouchables just inserted themselves into this tag team.
Harder than a steel trash can. One shot, knock them flat on sight. Two beats bred for the spotlight fight. They can talk tough, bark loud all night, but in the ring, we bite and we bite right. We are untouchables, NY bred. Two fists swinging, leave legends dead. Joey bring the rage, Dave bring the brain. Together we storm like a runaway train. Untouchable, New York style. We don't tap, we make them snap.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. It is I, the Big Dog. We got the Vanilla Gorilla. We got the OG, and we are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Live on all streaming networks. And let me tell you.
There we go. So you guys can see us better.
We got a great show today. It's going to be awesome.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. We are
literally no pun intended.
Talk about
OG is frozen.
OG, you're frozen. Hello?
No, the OG froze.
I'll text him.
So we will there he is. He's back now.
So let's start with last night for those that watched ACW.
For those who have the benefit of having Triller and paid the $7.99, because you got your money's worth last night, even with all the travel mishaps with Richard Holiday and with even with all the travel mishaps with Mance Warner, Richard Holiday, Dante Casanova.
Yes, they couldn't make it.
I mean, that's what happens. Card is always subject to change, just like this podcast. But there was definitely a lot of reworking of the match card. I thought they did a great job, the whole team over there, thinking quick and on their feet, even though they probably knew earlier in the day, but to rearrange that whole card and still put out insane match after insane match after insane match after insane match from top to bottom, I think personally is a big, big, big testament to the behind-the-scenes crew, the agents, the producers, the guys running the show from Gorilla, whoever that is, to the talent in the back being able to, at a moment's notice, just switch up and have a completely different opponent or opponents is a testament to what those guys do.
So let's start with the first match,
which was Limo,
and
I don't think it's. I think it's Limo, something like that. Yeah,
that was the funniest beginning of a show. Excuse me, that I've ever seen. he came out there, he did his thing, and everything he said was yup.
Yeah, Lamo, that's what he does.
So, shout out to Lamo. He did a great job with the real one.
He's shown out a lot in ACW.
He's showing out a lot. They brought him in from Dublin.
No, actually, he moved to the U.S.
Right, but
he moved from Dublin to New York City to pursue his dream.
And he's pursuing his dream.
And he's doing a great job at it, too.
So, shout out to Lamo and the real one. Obviously, the real one went over. So, that was a great match. Let's get to match number 2, which was the women.
Was it the women's battle royal?
I think it was the women's
Hold
battle
on, let me see, because I should have pulled this up. This is on me.
So it was a great show. Shout out to my boy Sal Graziano with his wrestling shirt.
That was actually a really nice shirt.
I texted him while I was on TV. I said, bro, that's a nice shirt. He goes, and you're the winner. You're the winner.
Listen, that was.
So we had to pay $7.99, but that's because Triller knew that they can get them. So they got them.
So you had. So just a kind of rundown of the new. This isn't the updated card, but they had to do some reworking.
What was the second match?
I believe the second match is the hardcore match with Crowbar and Crowbar, Fox Viner. Because it was supposed to be Crowbar and Mance, but Mance couldn't make it again.
Crowbar, Fox Viner, the Beast,
Yosifer,
and
there was one other person.
Who the hell is the other person?
Hold on. I'm just gonna pull up the pictures. It'll tell me. There's a video from last night that I do want to show you guys, though.
ACW wrestling card.
I got it right here. There is no card. You're not going to find an exact card. You're going to find the old card.
That's fine.
But they weren't all on that card.
Shout out to Zach Clayton. He couldn't be there either.
Yep. Yeah, there was. I don't know if it was due to travel restrictions because of the wildfires or what it was. But
they live in Jersey, him and his wife.
It was, you had Killer Cross, you had Matt Riddle, you had Leo Sparrow and Fear, which would have been the second match. It was Leo Sparrow versus Fear from the company in Chile that they partnered with.
And just so y'all know, I've never seen this guy Fear. He's from Chile. And he's a great wrestler. And shout out to him. He won the ACW title, the Cruiserweight champion. So he is the second Cruiserweight champion in ACW.
Mm-hmm. Then out of that match, that match was fantastic. I definitely thought it was an opportunity for both guys to showcase what they can do. Showcase the cruiserweight division for ACW, that it is a viable, division there that a lot of companies don't have anymore.
Right.
It's a lost division. But it's that division is building up. Fear coming out of Chile and coming here, I don't know much about him. That's not saying he's not great at what he does, because he is. I didn't know that there was a wrestling company in Chile until ACW signed a partnership deal with them. So now what that does is that gives their cruiserweight title a global expansion into Chile and South America now. Now, Fear, the way the face paint, the all black attire kind of reminds me of Vampiro from the later days of WCW. That's kind of what he reminds me of. And I said that last night, but I think it's a great gimmick. I think it's something that is going to go a long way, especially here, and doing what he does. I'm excited to see where they go with this. Now, after that, was the 10 women battle royal, which featured NWA top independent stars from Chile. You had Shotzi, Indy, Brooke Havoc. You had the girl from NWA. The list of people in that match.
Bro, that list was so long. I forgot.
Indy Hartwell, Lady Frost, Vicky Venuto. I don't have it all in front of me as far as name wise, but I mean, all those women put on an absolutely fantastic showing in that battle royal.
Shout out to Shotzi
And
for
yes,
sneaking up and beating her best friend.
well, and the thing is too is that whole match really was absolutely spectacular. Again, with all the travel issues that they had when promoting this card, with losing Dante Casanova to travel issues, losing Mance Warner to travel issues. He was supposed to fly up, and he actually had to put out a tweet that he couldn't make it, and he was still 8 hours from Florida. So he wouldn't have even been able to drive up to the show because he would have missed it. So you lost Mance Warner to travel. You lost Richard Holiday to travel because he was in Detroit. And then you lost Dante Casanova to travel. And then Danny Doring, I want to say, might have been travel or something came up. He couldn't make it. Because it was supposed to be the cruiserweight match was originally scheduled to be Danny Doring, Leo Sparrow, and Fear. Danny couldn't make weight. That's what they said. So from there, it became a singles match. And then you went to the women's match, which, again, they had a nice balance of men's matches and women's matches on the card. You had the women's title on the line later on in the card. We'll get to that. But this card
Was this whole card
they always put on a great show and a fantastic show and a top of the line program. But to have that many, restrictions due to travel and still be able to rework everything and put on an absolutely stellar card with all of those key components missing is a testament to their backstage team, their booking team, their agents, that they can, okay, let's move these guys and from this match and put them here.
Shout out to
put
Curtis
this
Dunst.
here. You had, it was supposed to be Dante Casanova and Soleil versus the Righteous. Dante Casanova couldn't make it. They put LSG in his place. And then because Richard Holiday couldn't make it, Elijah walked with the Righteous. And then they brought out Casey Navarro to team with Soleil and LSG against, Elijah and the Righteous. I mean, there was the amount of stuff that they were able to pull off
was outrageous
and still put on a top tier phenomenal card that honestly shows that they can still, that their wrestling is still wanted in that building.
So let's get to the next.
The next one would have been the hardcore match, which was Crowbar, Fox Viner, Lucifer. And I'll tell you right now, because I actually pulled up pictures.
So bottom line is, it was a great match, and obviously Crowbar won.
Yep, Fox Viner, Lucifer, Ricky Price. That's who it was.
So Crowbar won. So let's get to the next one because I want to hold up our partners.
The next one would have been the Righteous and Casey Navarro and Soleil and Elijah.
If
I
don't know who Soleil is.
Soleil was in WWE under the name. He was with OTM for a while. Then they moved him off of the managers of OTM and put him as Scripps. Then they put him as Sydney. Then he went on the Indies when he came back out, and he was Sidney Akeem for a while. And now he's found, as they put it last night, his new spirit animal.
Well, that was his spirit animal when he first started.
Is Soleil.
Yes.
So now he's under a mask. You haven't seen him wrestle without a mask anywhere. He's still doing phenomenal things, pulling off phenomenal feats that these guys shouldn't be doing. I just realized we can't see the comments because I had to go bigger.
Well, we don't have comments, so let's go back.
So, yeah. I mean, that then from there you went to the women's match, I believe, for the title, which was J-Rod versus Steph DeLander. Again, an absolutely banger match. Obviously, Steph DeLander retained the title, and she almost lost it due to Shotzi's interference. But Steph wins, Steph retains, and now you go into Mischief Night on October 18th.
Which will be there.
You go to Mischief Night on October 18th with Shotzi Blackheart and Steph DeLander for the women's title.
Shout out to Barton's Orchard.
That'll be August 19th.
18th,
something like that. I think it's like
Barton's
a Wednesday.
Orchard. It's a Wednesday night. Get your tickets.
They're not. Oh, yeah.
They're going to be live in Barton's Orchard. Tickets aren't that expensive. Joey went last year. So check them out.
It cost me like $50-something to go.
Right. But it's $50. That's not a problem. So after the women's match came
it would have been the shock of the night would have been Tommy Dreamer versus Josh Chernoff in the Lumberjack match. That match was a great match.
I missed the ending.
It started off very I guess you would call it hot and heavy because the Sent to Slaughter came out with Chernoff, and then the Now came out, and Vic got off of his crutches, handed one to his partner, to Hale, and they went down there and basically laid waste to Sent to Slaughter for almost the entire match.
And then all of a sudden, I come back from going to the bathroom and taking care of my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and Tommy Dreamer's giving a speech.
Well, yeah, because I know, but you're skipping the key parts.
Sorry.
And then, the match goes on. Tommy's getting ready to win. Danny Moff gets on the apron to grab Josh Chernoff. Vic comes up with the kendo stick. He kicks Moff. And as he goes to swing, Moff moved. He hits Dreamer across the back. Dreamer happens to fall, and Chernoff falls on top of him
And he's got
for the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
And Tommy Dreamer can no longer wrestle
In
the MJN Center. And one thing about Tommy Dreamer is Tommy is a man of his word. That's one thing.
But guess what?
That's one thing.
Cards are subject
Yeah,
to change.
but-
Am I correct, OG?
Yeah, cards.
You are correct.
Change, but that doesn't. He's not going to wrestle there again. I'd be surprised if he does.
So the last match
Was
Killer Cross
yes, was the world title match.
versus
Was Killer Cross versus the Rude Dude, the original bro, Matt Riddle.
short hair.
Matt Riddle cut his hair, kind of changed up his trunk style a little bit. Killer Cross went from trunks to long pants,
Mr. 4 belt holder.
which, yes, he holds the RPW belt overseas in
the
across the pond.
XW belt.
He holds the WSW belt, World Series of Wrestling out of Australia. He holds the MLW Major League Wrestling World title.
And he has another belt. I can't remember.
I already said it, RPW. But the belt that mattered last night was the ACW World Heavyweight title. And it was Matt Riddle versus Killer Cross, which if you guys have never seen them wrestle, not only did they wrestle in WWE, but they wrestled in MLW. I can't tell you how many times when Matt Riddle was champion. When he wasn't champion, it didn't matter. they had some fun. You could see they were having a little bit of fun, but they were also very competitive. They had a great competitive match. And then at the end of the show, as Killer Cross won, I want to pull this up because I want you guys to see what I saw. There was Killer Cross was giving his, his speech. He was getting ready to give a speech, say thank you to the fans, like he always does.
And then you got to see this, OG.
And then I hope it's up here. If it's not up here, I'll have to find the video and pull it up. Okay. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna actually do this right now, and I'm gonna present with. I'm gonna share my. No, can I just do this?
Yeah.
Oh no, share extra camera. Will it let me? No, it won't. We're gonna share my screen with you guys for a couple seconds here, and I'm gonna do this so I can watch it and see. Keep an eye on everything over here. We're going to add this to the stage.
There it is.
So I want you guys to pay attention. Hold on, because why did the audio not go now? What the hell? See, this is the beauty of doing these things live, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you hear it? Most people don't. They're too busy cheering the strongest man in the room that they don't notice the house groaning beneath their feet. Power has a very funny way of making men feel untouchable. Sure, they carry championships. They carry victories. They carry fear. But did they ever stop to ask who gave them permission to carry any of it? Tonight, a king stood tall. He conquered. He celebrated. He believed. The strongest walls never fall from the outside. They rot from within. Killer Cross. Enjoy your kingdom. Learn every hallway. Memorize every corner. Because when the leaves fall, I'll already be inside.
Here you go, October 17th, Mr. Joe Gacy, Mischief Night #2, October 17th at the MJN Center. What do you think of that?
That was a big free agent get. That was a huge, huge get for them to be able to bring him in.
What do you think?
Especially fresh off the Wyatts and everything else. I mean, dude, that's huge.
That's crazy.
And at the end, Killer Cross cut the promo. And he tells him, Joseph, me and you have unfinished business. We fought each other each and every week, but we were robbed. Not only were we robbed, the people were robbed that tuned in each and every week. So on October 17th, come find me. And that's how they went off the air.
So, guys, on that note, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod is taking a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back
With our guest.
With our special guest and my brother.
Let's pay this one.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, it is Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. I am the big dog. This is the Vanilla Gorilla. That is the OG. And we are on all streaming networks. On every network you can find, just type in Turnbuckles and Stogies, and you can find the greatest.
And not only that, we are now proud partners of Four Johns Apparel. Go there, get your exclusive Four Johns Apparel merchandise of Turnbuckles and Stogies. We have 3 designs up there. I got more coming. I got some more other shirts and things in the works to go up there, but we got 3 exclusive designs from Forge Ons. You got our new logo. You got our LJN inspired action figure logo. And then you have our logo that Forge Ons has created for us.
And now let's talk about a cigar.
Well, yes.
So we are in negotiations. I'm waiting on our samples with a cigar company to make our own cigars.
Well,
it's going to be a one and done. When I say one and done, you prepay. It's $50 for a 5-pack, and that's it. Once you pay, it goes to the guy that we owe, and that's where it goes. Us.
Well, even if it does come to us, because if we order them, however, we're going to work this out. Either way, that's what's going to happen. It's the same. It's the cigar you guys seen. We just had to go back to the drawing board and make it more cost effective for you guys at home watching and listening.
So now let's get to the interview of the week.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
And we're going to flip it over to the OG for the introduction of our guest of the week.
What is up? Hey, guys, I was excited to bring him back here. He's our longtime friend and owner and founder of SelectDraw Cutters. Let's bring Marc in right now. Marc,
hey,
what's going on, brother?
Another great day. Smoking a cigar. Gotta be a great day.
What's going on? We haven't talked to you in forever. So what's new in your world there? What's going on?
So what's new? Invented a SelectDraw cigar cutter, sold them worldwide, and now come up with some new ideas. Oh, and I love coming up with ideas. So the launch of my DNA will hit in 2027. It'll be a different types of cutters based on my insane imagination. I've even come up with a weird lighter concept. Can't give anything away because, you know, I got to sit with the engineers, and then I got to get the NDAs, and then I got to get the patent over time. But I'm very excited to re-enter the cigar world after being relaxed for the last about 2.5, 3 years.
There we go.
So let me ask you this, bud. And we've known each other, now about 12 years.
Yeah.
So
something like that.
After you did this, original, after you did the breathe through
the cup of smoke, the shot of smoke,
what is your next project?
There's select ways to make cigar cutters, and I've realized there's angles, there's bends, and there are all kinds of different ways to cut a cigar. The goal is to get the flow through your mouth as you hold it and blow it out. So there's different, we'll say, air channels, aerodynamics to smoking cigars, and it changes the flavor. It changes where the smoke hits on your tongue. So it'll give you a different type of feeling when you smoke the cigars. And I've been off for 2 weeks, and I've been drawing my mechanical drawing that I learned in high school. And let me look here. I've come up with some really crazy stuff.
I mean, I'm excited to see what you got, because you come up with, you know, whether it's color wise, cutter wise, your shot of smoke, your cup of smoke. You know, you have ideas for stuff that people would have never thought of, that people now want to use and get their hands on. So I'm excited, And you know, the last time we had you on, which was probably a couple of years ago, was the Cup of Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
How did that wind up selling? Did that take off like the Select Draw did?
No, I'm gonna be totally honest. It was a conceptual prototype type of thing. It sold some, but it was not as successful as Select Draw. But at least I got to get my idea out. What I'm learning is the simplest thing is the best thing. And so with these new sets of cutters, there's going to be, I think, 6 of them. I came up with all kinds of different angles, all different types of ways to cut on the cap and the side, and they're all very unique. And I'm hoping people will have a unique experience. I even wrote down combinations of the different cutters together. Select Draw was, I think it was a little complicated. I've simplified my ideas to one action. And I think that's what people have talked about. They want it to be one action, and I have 6 of them down to one action. I have one for the ladies, just to be honest. I've gone that far. So I just can't wait to sit with the engineers. I have my drawings. I have my measurements in inches. I probably should put in millimeters, but I'm an American, so I do inches. so, but I'm very excited. I found somebody in Baltimore that can help me with these ideas to bring them to market. And I'm excited to be the inventor now. And I think I've become the manufacturer now with the new technologies that exist.
Well, that's a good thing because, and I'm sure Dennis will agree, because then you're the manufacturer. That means you pick and choose what you can put out there and what you can't put out there. If you don't like it, it doesn't leave the shelf.
Absolutely.
And you determine the cost that way too.
You're right. And these will be custom made to order. Going to start out with one color, and I already know the material I'm going to use. It's going to be a frosted. Well, we'll say leave it as frosted. I'm not going to say the exact color. But after learning from Select Draw, I think I know how to launch a product now, and I know the time period. So each cutter will come out between 6 and 9 months from each other. Before we switched colors, and it was great to switch, and it was great to get the minis, but we didn't have a time. We didn't really go based on marketing. We went based on our heart.
Right.
And this time, I'm sure we can go from 10,000, which we saw with Select Draw. The goal is to get to 25,000. And but it can even be higher than that this time, because again, when you patent something in metal, it's hard to change. This time it'll be based on a material that can be easily changed and can have every color of the rainbow. And that's what I'm excited about. This great new technology that's come out is very exciting to me. There won't be any limitations other than me launching one color at a time and one type of cutter at a time. And if one blows up, then I'll push that one even harder, or I'll make more of those.
Right.
I'll definitely be going to some cigar events. The top 5 states, I'm hitting all of those. Last time we just went willy-nilly. So I think I have more of a business mind now after the first one. The number 1 state for smoking cigars is Florida. And we never went there.
Speaking of Florida, and there's TPA down there, which is the organization that Ishmael Olivan owns.
Dr. Oliver from GTO, or Dr. Oscar from GTO, Kathy Cigar Box Marketing, and Ronnie from the Great Lakes Smoke Show.
They own TPA. They're having an event in October, but everything is sold out. You can only buy tickets to go there.
But it's definitely something to
You can join TPA
to join
if you
because
want.
you can join. And what's nice about that is, especially you being the inventor, the manufacturer, the distributor, you can then be in contact with cigar lounges, cigar brand owners,
Correct.
media, and consumers.
Correct.
Because everybody, what they did is they made it to where everybody can join.
Well, how that happened was
It's different levels to the organization, and it works out in people like your favor, because then people say, well, what else does he make? Or, they might say to you, hey, I saw you make this cutter. Do you have anything else? And then you can say, oh, yeah, I also make SelectDraw, or I make this, I make that. And now you have the outlets to do media rounds.
Correct.
When your product comes out. You can go on and send out a mass email to all of the media people and say, hey, I got a new product coming out in such and such. Let's see who we can schedule, what interviews we can schedule for that launch, or even if you record interviews with people. And, when that goes to launch, everybody, if it's October 13th of 27, people can start dropping their interviews right on that time frame. And then you go from having either no interviews to, 30 interviews dropped all at once with you and your new product.
You're absolutely right. The beginning, doing SelectDraw has taught me all the ins and outs of the cigar industry. Pitching to a big corporation to see if they'll accept your idea and put their name on it. I went through all those different experiences, wholesale, retail, and I've learned a great deal based on that. I will be launching a website for this, and it'll be very simple. I think we made it a little complicated. It's going to be a video of how to use it and the cart to buy it. We had all kinds of different things on our pages, and it was good because we were brand new and neither one of us knew how to get this stuff out there. But after watching the last couple of years and having the experience on all different levels, even the international level, it's even the Amazon level has taught me so many lessons about business. And again, my degree is in science, it's not in business. But now I do understand the business model. And I think it'll be much easier, just like you said, to make launches. We didn't really do launches in the proper marketing way. Again, we did it based on our heart, but I realized in business, you have to do it the business way. There is a right way and a wrong way in business. We sold so many despite us doing different things, but this time it should just flow like butter.
Well, let OG talk to you about the business part. Go ahead, OG.
Just if you can, just share some of the insights of some wisdom. Drop some knowledge bombs on us on the business aspect. Maybe some key points that you didn't think of before that you now understand. Like, can you elaborate on any of that really helped catapult you into this next phase and this next chapter in your business?
So the United States is the #1 nation to smoke cigars. I think it might be 80%, but I had an exact percent that I looked up. But we are the smokers of the world. And so you want to concentrate on those 5 major states. You want to concentrate on not always setting up a vending event, but using that QR code on the back of your cutter to press your cigar cutter out there. Because once they have, and I've already included that in my thinking, the QR code is the greatest thing you can have on the back of your product because now everybody can find it. We played with it on a shirt. It sort of worked. We played with it on different cards and things like that. But I realized that the international market's fine, but you want to dominate the American market first. And you can launch to the international later. That should be something you do later. Based on the magazines, we did, I can't remember the magazine's name, but we did 6 or 7 different magazines, but some of them really didn't have a following. So it didn't really matter that we got published in it. It felt good in our heart. We were so excited, but it didn't turn into profit. And so the digital website stuff, it's a little shaky. We did it. We looked at the numbers. It wasn't worth it. Not in our case. Now, maybe with cigars it was, because again, this is cigar cutters. It's a very strange marketplace. Going to lounges was fun, but you get in one, they buy again one time, almost like cigars or boutique cigars. They buy it one time, they might buy it twice, and that's it. This time we're going directly to the masses. I'm bringing it directly to the people. And that's how we made the most money in 3 days, like in Houston. In Houston, I worked the room every day. It was exhausting, I'm not gonna lie, it was very tiring. But that was the highest amount of money we made in 3 days ever. And it's because I was there, I was talking to people. But what I realize now is I want to bring it directly. PCA is great. The other organization, Boutique Cigar Association, is wonderful.
Well, they're no longer around anymore.
Yeah, I saw that had changed.
Yeah.
But I want to launch a website, hit the ground running, hit some different places. Definitely going to hit this beautiful. I'm sure everybody knows about it. Well, some people probably know about it. There's an Indiana train, the last train in the United States where you can smoke cigars. And I will be on that train next year.
Awesome.
I'm very excited to be there. Indiana is part of the top 5. I never knew that. So some of the things I've researched and looked at, I did not know. But I've learned so much in this business, and there's so many nuances. But I'm excited to bring a product to the market again. Definitely going to do the R&D. I already contacted my father and said, Pops, I need you to cut like every one of your damn cigars for like a month with the cutter, and tell me what you feel. I'll be giving you guys cutters to test it, because again, you want people that smoke cigars to test it, to feel it. This cigar cutter will be ergonomic. It'll probably be the first ergonomic cigar that's ever existed.
Well, you said there's 6 of them, correct?
Yes.
So there's 3 of us. So we each get 6.
You will be receiving prototypes in the mail for testing. I will be sending you a survey to tell me what's good and what's bad. If anything's not functioning right, maybe the blade is off center or something. These are all the things I need to know before I do a launch. So this will be a much deeper R&D. Again, we got lucky the last time. We were going to do it all aluminum, and my friend at Davidoff Cigars dropped it on the floor, and the pen curled. It bent. We had no idea. We were just about to launch, too. We were within a month of launching. And luckily, he felt bad, but I gave him a hug, because we were about to lose money because we failed to realize the damage that could happen by something just falling.
Right.
So all these tests have to be done this time. The crash test, just like in a car, the crash test, the drop test, the throw test, whatever test that needs to be done. This will be made out of a very special type of material. It should be hard enough to survive, but I need people in real world situations to test.
Well, you know, me, Dennis, and Joey are always in the real world. We always take care of your stuff. And, you know, we're going to tell you if it sucks or if it's good.
Now, the one thing I will say, what I do like about the select draw being made out of the spikes being made out of the airplane steel is they stay sharp no matter how much you use them. That's one thing I do love. And, you know, is something like that in your plans for the new cutter, kind of using the same material as the pokers in this?
No, this time it will be a different material,
Okay.
and that's why it has to be thoroughly tested. This is not going to be a strong as aluminum material. And that's why I need to test it as many times as possible. I'm sure there will be a failure rate because that's just the way it is with this material. But I'm hoping that it will stand the test of time and will be functional. Again, I want one action. It seems like everybody loves one action cutters. Select draw was a choice, and sometimes people got confused by the choice.
Right.
Now, will you make a generation 2 of the original with the new technology that you have? Will you make a generation 2 of the original?
I definitely could do that down the line. I think that's a great idea, but I want to launch all new ideas. What I tell people all the time is the idea was fun.
Yeah.
The manufacturing was okay. The selling was confusing. And
It
so,
can be. It can be.
yeah,
I think you nailed it earlier when sometimes you overthink and if you keep it simple, you eliminate all that chaos that goes through your brain, and sometimes you overthink yourself out of maybe a better product because you overthought that. You know what I mean?
absolutely. And that's why I need to have at least 10 to 20 people to test, give me the reviews. I like this, I don't like this. The great thing about this material is it's malleable. So it won't be a patent. Well, the patent will come later, but it won't be something I can't change. So if you say, hey, it should have this indented in it. And I was like, oh, I would have never thought of that. I can just change the CAD drawing and make it exactly what you just said.
Right.
All this is before the patent. So I want to get in enough hands that we honestly, it's going to be our cigar. It's called My DNA. It is the series My DNA. That's going to be the name. But it's really going to be our cigar cutter because it's going to be the cigar people helping me to make it the best cutter.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to get you in touch with Badass Cigar Life, because if you ever watch his videos every day, he's up to like 4,000 videos a year. He does them every day. He does 4,000 videos.
But he doesn't do 4,000 videos every day.
Not every day, but you know
he's
what I'm
up to like 4,000 posts.
So I'm gonna get you in touch with him because he will tell you
he's another one like us.
if it sucks or if it's
well, he
good.
has a select draw.
Right, and he likes it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get you in touch with him, and you can include him also.
Because he's like us. He like you, like me, like OG, like my dad. He's out there like us smoking cigars every day. You know, and like you said, the best way to do it is to get it in the hands of people who will use it every day, who smoke cigars. Even if it's not every day, every other day, whatever, they're still smoking, so they're still going to use it.
Not somebody that gets it and goes, oh, let's put this aside and I'll use it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the road.
Well, I'd mentioned to Mark off camera, off recording. I'd mentioned that I brought one of the cutters to one of my local lounges. They had never seen it before. And I bought the little mini. I bought the black mini one.
I have mine. I don't know where it is off the top of my head, but I still have it sitting around somewhere.
The owner fell in love with it instantly. So what I did was I left it there. I said, listen, this is yours. Have your customers try this. Like, suggest it to them. And he goes, I'm telling you right now, I'm ordering them. I like the whole line. I showed him your whole line. And he said, I love it. I love it all. He said, I'm ordering them. And he said, I'm ordering them. And if I like something, all my customers are loyal to me. They'll buy it too. So he loved the simplicity of it. The concept of just punch and light and smoke. Well, very simple, very straightforward, and adored the black and the silver. He said it looks classy, it looks simple, and a very simple concept. And he said, my customers are going to eat them up. So we'll be in touch about that.
You know what it is too about that, and I've said this to people all the time, is you could leave it in your car and you always have a cutter.
Yeah.
Always.
You can leave it in your car, in your work bag, in your golf bag, whatever. You always have a cutter. And it may not be the one you want at the time. You may want a straight cut or a V cut, but when you don't have one, or you lost it, or it broke while you were driving, whatever, you have that select draw that you can kind of, do what you got to do to it to make it.
And Mark, you're going to love this, because this is going to hit home to you, because he said this. I did not plant the seed. He said it. His wife smokes cigars too. She doesn't smoke as much as him because she doesn't like the tobacco ending up in her mouth.
Yep.
And I said, well, this will help eliminate 90 to 99% of that. I said, and he was like, well, then my wife will be in here much more smoking if I, if it does it all that it says it does. And I said, I have this with me all the time. I have two of the black ones. The one black one's in my truck, and now the shop has the other one. But I use it, I would say, nearly 100% of the time.
Was that the
Wellington
shop?
The Welton room.
Yeah.
And they are, Mark, they are a high-end cigar lounge. They're in a very affluent part of town. So price point, I already told him price point probably going to be spot on anyway for him, but his customers will have no issue going in and going, what's that? I want one. Give it to me. And they're going to buy them, and they're going to buy them fast. So
that's great.
Well, I'll be in touch with you about it.
Yeah, definitely. And, after a while, we thought we needed to be independent, right? It was all select draw or nothing. When we figured out that V-cut with side draw was the most popular way to do it. So you cut with the V, you add three holes to the side, and then three holes to the other side. And once I made those videos, people understood it. Still, people get confused because it's not as simple as just doing it. Sometimes people need that video, and that's why I'm going to do a video for every single cutter, multiple times with multiple people, so that people can see how to use it over and over and over again. Because again, one of the cigar lounges I went to, the guy just slammed it into it.
Yeah.
He said it didn't work, Mark. It didn't work. I said, wait a second. You're supposed to finesse it in. Once I showed him, he was like, oh, but he had busted like 3 cigars before I got to him. He said he could do it. I'll do it myself. No, I have to teach you. With the new set of cutters, there is no teaching. I'm going to have a video, one action, bam, it's done.
There
you go. Like the cutter, you don't.
Perfect.
Guys. Just like that.
On that note, guys, we got to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with our guest of the week.
Take a moment, take your time, let it set right. Let it drive right down in your conscious tide. Lean into the better times. 'Cause in a minute, in a moment, you'll notice a shining light, one that draws you in from deep inside. Reach out and connect tonight.
What is up? What is up? Happy Sunday. Happy fun day. It is I, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, the OG. We are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, and we are here today with our special guest of the week, Mr. Marc from SelectDraw.
Mark, I got to ask this before. I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question, and I want to ask it before I forget. Now that you're back, you're going to brush the dust off that robe? Are we going to see you in that robe again?
The robe will be dusted off. I have new robes to show. I have a blue robe. I have a burgundy robe, and I'm gonna get 2 or 3 other robes.
The robes are
Amazon.
Hold on. Time out. Dust the dust off the robes. What about the dust off the beard?
What are you talking about? That's classy. Look at that. That's knowledge and wisdom right there hanging from his chin.
It's all
that's what that is.
No, you know what that is?
All you mofos,
that's a guy who's been hard at work with his new invention. That's what that shows.
All you guys say that because I got a gray beard now that I'm retired and everything else, that I'm old. So what's the difference between him and I?
Well, again, it's wisdom on his part.
We're both old.
Yours is a gray beard.
They're just messing with you.
Totally messing with you. Hey, and before, I always want to do this every show and I forget, but shout out to MBR. Thank you for bringing Turnbuckles Stogies on. Shout out to all our veterans out there. Thank you for your service and all the sacrifices you make for this great nation of ours. So actually, I want to put that out there too.
MBR is included on one of our designs on the Fort John's apparel store.
Yes.
I included the MBR logo on one of our designs.
Very cool. Very cool.
They are included. Actually, they are included in our LJN inspired action figure design.
That was cool, by the way. That was really cool.
Exclusively on 4johnsapparel.com/turnbuckles and stogies.
And shout out to Jersey Mike's, by the way.
Yes.
Guys, I was going to surprise you with this, but at one of the next shows that we're going to be together, I made good friends with the owner of the local franchise here. And Jersey Mike's is going to graciously provide us with lunch one day. So I'm going to bring down some Jersey Mike's, some subs, some chips, and a few drinks for us.
So
absolutely,
let's
that's
get back,
fantastic.
Let's get back to that. So I know you said, and I thought I was going crazy, but
well, you are, but that's
you kept saying July 1st, July 1st, July 1st. We're in July 18th, 19th, and it's still not open. What happened?
So it's still going to open, but the new owner is going to be very meticulous on the layout of the store. He's very particular. He's more hands-on than the previous owner. It's going to be more of a updated lounge. The front store aspect will actually look more like a store, and then the back lounge is getting a whole new redecoration, but same feel, the leather furniture, you know, the nice end tables. It's going to be very classy back there. So he's just being very particular. I got a sneak peek. I was made to leave my phone in the car, so I couldn't take any photos or anything. But the old lounge that used to be Park Lane is going to be reopening under a brand new owner, brand new name. So in Clifton Park, New York, stay tuned. It's coming soon. Within the next few weeks, they're going to officially open. So that will be out.
So
Turnbuckles and Stogies has a home to film up there again?
This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to the point here. So they open. Can Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod come up there and film their podcast?
Even if we don't have to film a podcast, even if we can film some content.
When they open, can we go up there and film our podcast that day?
Yes.
You already asked them.
Listen, if it's everything that I've seen so far, it's going to be all of that and more. And yes, we are invited to host our shows there. And obviously, we're going to pitch their store as well. And Mark, I will try to get SelectDraw on there as well. Put them on the shelf. Put the cutters on their shelf. So
Mark,
appreciate that.
We have not been to a lounge in about a year.
No, we went to a lounge.
Hold on, we haven't been to a lounge in about a year because we had to move from my house, my apartment, into a house now. So it's
Okay.
stressful. And
Which is
OG's been here. It's been,
right back there behind me is the backyard.
it's been stressful because, you know, we got to pay the electric, we got to pay this. But when I get back into the lounge across the bridge, I'm going to bring my select drawer and talk to the owner about getting them in there, because I'm friends with everybody in there, and they always hit me up.
Well,
when you coming back?
And
When
pretty
you coming
soon
back?
we'll be
When
able
you
to
coming
promote
back?
Select Draw with the turnbuckles
And
and
I'll be able
Stogie
to promote
cigars.
select drawer with turnbuckles and Stoughton cigars.
There you go.
I appreciate the connections, guys. I appreciate
Boy,
all that you've
that's
done for Select Draw and all the help that you've done over the years. And I appreciate your kindness.
And
We
that's-
had such
Of
good
course.
times hanging out with each
Oh
other.
man,
When
had
we
a
say-
blast at that event that we had together with me, you, geez, we had what, like 150 people there, I think, if not more.
So, do you remember the day that we first met? Do you remember that day? Because I do.
Is it CI?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't CI.
Was it the New Jersey spot?
Oh yes,
Fanatic.
that was when you came and
That
drove
was
up.
Yeah.
the first time
Yes.
that you, me, and Joey met with Terrence.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what it would have. That was when you gave us the select draw cutters. That was when we were leaving and you came over and you said, "Hold on, I got something for you." And you walked over to the car and you handed us the silver and the black. And that black one has gone to hell and back with me. I mean, it's gone to the Carolinas, it's gone to Jersey, it's gone to PA. I mean, I still have it. It's just in one of my many different bags that have seen a different state that I take all of my shit to. I just don't know where it is.
Because the day that you gave us that stuff, I'll never forget. Cody called me. It was like, "Yo, he didn't give me one." I said, "Bro, I can't tell a guy what to do. That's his business, not mine."
That was when you came with
he didn't give me one.
That was when you had the select draw sneakers, the select draw pants, the shirt.
I said, "That's his business. He invited us. We didn't invite him. He invited us."
Yep.
Yeah,
but you invited me. I said, "I did, but I didn't say you were getting anything."
We didn't, first off, we didn't even know that. You said, "Yo, I'm gonna be up in Jersey this weekend. Where can we go to hang out?" And the first place we all thought of was Fanatics, because it was still nice out. You could sit outside. You weren't on top of everybody. We could all go into one little table and kind of hang out. And, you know, we tried the cutter that day, and you explained to us how to use it. And honestly, I still use mine. When I remember to take it with me, I still do it.
That's great.
Even on a straight cut, I'll punch 3 holes across here, 3 holes across here, and I'll punch almost all the way around the cap to get that extra airflow if the cigar is burning a little rough and tight.
Yep.
So
I'm excited for what you have coming, though. I will tell you that. I
can't wait to see what you
and the
have
fact
coming.
that you've already gotten 6 out of your brain that you've put on paper. That means that you might have just done 6, but that doesn't mean there's not, 15 more in your head.
You're right.
You're a mad scientist, Mark. You're a mad scientist.
I've said that from the day I met him.
The wizard of cutters. You're the wizard of cutters.
I appreciate it. I'll have a special punch for y'all to try too. So I've come up with all kinds of strange things. So
my man.
I think the punch might be the greatest thing I've ever made, but it's going to be the hardest to sit down with the engineer and explain. But the great thing is they're going to help me to create the correct dimensions for it to do what it's supposed to do.
Right. Now let me ask you this, because I know you said you got cutters with one action and one action only. Have you ever considered doing something like a putting 2 cutters on one kind of thing like this, or like a Calibri where you have the regular cut in the front and then the V cut on the back? Have you considered doing something like that, or is that just kind of you're sticking to single cutters for right now?
You're exactly right. You just hit a new point. With every blade, there's 2 sides, right?
Right.
So you're exactly right. I came up with an idea. The front blade is one cut, and on the other side is another cut. So you get to choose your cut. Still one action, but now you got to make a choice what side you use. So yes, I've definitely thought of that because with all the different angles, most times we only use one side
Right.
or one side of the blade, but there's two. So like you just said, you can have a blade, we'll say a funny shaped blade. It'll give you one cut on one side and a completely different cut on the other side. So you're exactly right. One of them will be dual choice.
I think the most exciting part about the new cutters is what you hit on when you were explaining. With the new cutters, you're going to get different nuances out of the cigar. Like maybe you smoke the same cigar. Maybe you're a Padron guy, and that's all you smoke is Padron. And all of a sudden you use this cutter, and now all of a sudden you're getting a different profile on a cigar you've been smoking for 10, 15 years. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what in the... I didn't know this had this in it. Like, what is this all about? That's what's exciting to me, is rediscovering an old cigar that you use, or a steady cigar that you use, and getting a new nuance, a new flavor out of it. That's exciting to me. I'm looking forward to that.
You hit the nail on the head. The goal now is for the Lennox that you use. Let's say you do straight cut every time. Now you use the special punch. I'll leave it at that. And again, like you just said, you get a brand new experience because you're either using the straight cut in combination with the special punch, or like I wrote down, it was amazing when I had all the cutters and I wrote them all down. I was like, wait a second. Now they can make one choice action, but if they want to add a choice, they can add the choice on.
Right.
So now it's insanity. It blew. I couldn't go to, as always, I couldn't go to sleep. I was up to 4 a.m. drawing and thinking, and it woke me up. The punch woke me up. Well, I said, wait a second. Oh no. I gotta go sit with him with this one. So it hit me at 4 a.m. with the punch. I had to get out of bed and start drawing, just like I always do. And when I finally finished, I was like, oh my goodness, this could completely change the flavor that you're used to, because it completely changed the flow of air, the draw. It completely changed the draw. It added a different direction in the draw, which is insane. But again, straight cut will always be the number one forever, because that's what people want, and that's the easiest way to do it. But there are so many different angles. I'm just going to throw out there, there's 65 degrees, there's 90 degrees, there's 120 degrees. So all these different degrees change how the flow of the air is drawn.
Right.
And it just hit me all of a sudden. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
Wow.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Say you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to draw.
Yeah.
So what does your wife think about this situation?
Well, she thinks I'm insane, but she'll take the cash when it rolls in. See, that's the funny part. She'll take cash. There's a book I bought while I was on vacation, and it's full of all the different things I thought up over 2 weeks. And it was only 2 weeks, but it really happened in 2 days. As usual, it happens too fast, and my brain's about to explode. And she's like, Mark, why are you?
Yeah, you do it in 2 days, and then you need like a week to just recharge.
What you need to do is take time to recharge,
mm-hmm.
and then start all over. Not start all over, but start from where you ended. This way you can have time to spend with the wife while you're sleeping. Maybe make some babies or things like that.
My baby days are over, but thanks. I appreciate that.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm telling you from a friend to a friend.
No, I hear you.
Well,
I hear you.
Well, Mark, as friends of the show, and personally with each of us, we do expect a free ticket on your yacht when you make the big time, okay? We want to go cruising around the bay with you on your yacht.
Live turnbuckles and stogies from his yacht with him while we're sitting there smoking cigars.
That's an invitation that's automatic.
We're smoking turnbuckles and stogie cigars.
The difference this time is I'm going to pace myself so I don't burn out. because that's what
There you
happened.
go. There you go.
After
There you go.
5 years of doing select draw, I totally burned out, stopped posting, stopped everything, and was just laying there like, oh my God.
I know, because I hit you up and I'm like, yo, bro, where you been? You're like, I'm okay,
we were talking.
brother. I'm okay. I'm
I
good.
think me and him were talking the other day, and I'm like, I haven't heard from Mark. I'm like, I haven't seen him. I'm like, I hope he's okay. And then I think I messaged you, and I'm like, I seen you post, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, you're okay, you're good, you're all right. You're like, yeah, I've been busy, I've been working. I'm like, well, okay, that's good. I'm like, at least we know, because when people go MIA, you don't know what happened. You don't know if anything went wrong, if they got sick, if they got hurt, whatever. So, it's nice when you see somebody post again after, like you said, after being burnt out like that, with pushing it so hard and posting every day because you were trying to push the product. Now having, like you said, knowing what you've done and having the resources you have now, it makes it a little easier for you because you can also, too, obviously with the advancement of Instagram and everything, you can schedule videos. So you don't even have to make them every day. You can make 2 or 3 a day and post them throughout the week.
So,
and not have to burn yourself out with making a video every day.
So tell us about this. So we haven't seen you in 4 years. I texted you, let's say last year, I think it was. You were like, I'm all right, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. So next thing I know, I get a message from OG. Oh, Mark is coming on. I said, Mark, who? He goes, select draw. I said, when the hell did you talk to him? Because I texted him, he hasn't answered.
I think I had talked to him. I had talked to him the week before you did.
He goes, he's coming on the show. I said, when? And he goes,
I know people.
Today's date. I said, whatever today's date is, the 19th. I said, oh, that's nice. But yeah, so I just want to say, bro, it's always a pleasure to have you on here with all 3 of us because I love having you on. I like your gray beard, but it's got to get dyed black.
I'm always excited to see what you draw up next because you always have something going.
We're always excited to see what Mark pulls out of his hat.
I appreciate you guys so much. What I've learned is it's a marathon, and I tried to sprint. And by sprinting, I hurt myself. And it wasn't that I hurt anyone. It's that I damaged myself running too fast. Yeah. And that's why I'm going to pace it slow this time. This is going to be over years now. Instead of trying to do it as quickly as possible. And by doing that, it was overwhelming. My personality is introvert, draw something, relax, have a good time. Again, now when I go to cigar events, VIP, no sales. One of the guys told me that. He came to me and said, Mark, you're going too hard. I said, no, I'm doing it. He was right. I couldn't listen at the time because all I knew was full gas every day,
full gas,
5 years. And it was too much. It was too much for me.
So
other people could have functioned just fine.
Not a lot of gas.
Well, the thing too, doing it the way you're doing it now, with that slow kind of build to everything, you may see that this might take off faster than you thought, and you're still not sprinting. It's just your idea caught on quick, and then people are going to be asking when the next one's coming. So, you said that 6 to 9 month range, which is great. You may change that depending on how fast that takes off. If somebody's looking for something new, that may go from 6 to 9 to, 3 to 6.
You're
or 4
right.
to 8. It's just going to depend on how fast it takes off.
How fast do you want it to take off is the question.
I want to make people happy with my cigar cutters. This time I have to balance my sanity against that. Because last time I did. Last time I would take an email at any day, ship it out the next day. I was just always doing that. And Amazon took it to even a higher level. So I'm not going to even mess with Amazon initially this time. I'm going to leave it all alone because that was too fast a pace. That was shipping out 200, 400, 600, 1,000 at once. Even though it was manufactured, we had to track it all. We had to make sure. There were times where people bought it too fast and we weren't ready. But oh shit, they're all gone. We got to ship it back in immediately. No, this time it's going to be just like you just said, Joey. I'm going to try to pace it. If it gets too big, I can buy more of these particular machines to create it. And so it'll be I think I can't be sure. I might not be able to control the pace again, but my reaction will be different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I won't
this time
push
you're
myself.
ready for it if it does do that.
Oh,
So
it could explode, but the difference will be this time I'm going to be like, okay, I'm sending out. Well, people have bought this. I have to make so many. With this particular type of technology, you can set it and forget it. And that's why I have to go to the engineers, get that CAD drawing. And once I get the CAD drawing, I make them. I sell them on IG for a little while, nice and slow. Then I bring out the website and it might speed up. And I think this time I have a better mindset. I have an older mindset. And like you said, wiser mindset. So even
Mhm.
if somebody orders 1,000 at once, I'll say, hey, this is manufactured by me. I'm going to get them to them as soon as possible. And I'll ship 100 to them. And I'll say, okay, now I'm shipping
So
200 to you. Now I'm
let's
shipping
get back to
300 to
that.
you.
So if somebody calls you
hmm
like OG and says, hey, listen, the Wellington shop wants 500 of your cutters,
The new
Yep.
ones.
new ones. Can you ship them out?
With the different devices, I can buy the device in one day and start manufacturing it the next. It's all based on the CAD drawing now. So yes, I can get 1,000 out in a week based on electricity.
Right.
Right.
And being that you are the manufacturer, the designer, the shipper, you can keep costs down, but you may be able to, have a place where you can have somebody just design them and make them and then build them however you put them together and then pay somebody to ship them.
Correct. I can do that now too. I can even hire somebody, or I can go to the same engineers and say, hey, I need you to make this for me because these people have these devices.
Right.
So I can outsource now. Before it was, how many do we need from, we can be totally honest now. How many do we need from China? Are we going to run out? With the way things are nowadays, it's good select draw slowed down because we wouldn't be able to get our shipment in now.
Yeah.
It would get
Mhm.
stuck someplace now just because of the way the world is right now. Having complete autonomy and having complete control means I set the pace. Again, if they ask for that many, I would call the owner and say, hey, I can get them to you in a week or so. But then I have to scale up, which is okay, you know. And
Yep.
then it's quality control after that. Again, each one, I haven't even thought of thought of quality control, but quality control can't be me. So I would have to have a team of people just cut it. Okay, 5 cuts. They all look good, no snags, no weird peeling. It's good. Send it.
So
So
listen, Mark,
Mhm.
Mhm.
we appreciate you being on our show. It's time for us to wind down here. We got Turnbuckles and Stogie's Pod. I'm the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, the OG, and our special guest, Mark from SD Cigars.
Cigar cutters.
Cigar cutters.
And whatever the new brand of and the
And Mark,
My DNA.
Mark,
My
so
DNA.
it's been a thing I've been doing here on the podcast to kind of wind down. I've asked all the guests this. These guys know where this is going. But with the fast-paced world, you talk about pacing yourself and stuff. You had an opportunity in your schedule. Let's say this gets out of control, but you have 1 hour of uninterrupted time. and you could smoke a cigar with anybody, past, present, or future, who would you pick to sit down for one uninterrupted time to share a cigar with?
Let's think about it. I think I'd smoke a cigar with my dad
Yeah.
because he's the one that got me in all this crap to begin with. I love my dad. He's always been very supportive. I've already sent him a message saying, "Sir, you're going to be testing my DNA." He said, "Come on, son, I'm ready."
That's fantastic.
And
Yep.
I had the opportunity to meet your dad at the big CI event, and he is absolutely, he is hilarious.
He is
hilarious, but he's also, like you said, your biggest supporter, the biggest person behind you, who's, you know, ready to, whatever you got next, send it my way, and let's kind of put this in motion and see how this works.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
We appreciate you coming on, my brother. We're going to take you off. Don't go nowhere. I'm sure we all want to talk to you after this. So, guys, it's been Turnbuckles and Stokey's Pod. I am the big dog. That's the Vanilla Gorilla. That's the OG. And we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Wisdom to share if you listen this week, so pull up a chair and stay for a spell. We're heading down a trail where good stories dwell.